tonight on Handful of Handsome. The latest in current events. Cute animals, for real this time. Celebrity guest, Brad Pitt. Kingsmen, The Secret Service, The Review. Live from the TV 10 studios. Handful of Handsome.
Usually on the show, we bore you to death. But today we're just going to talk about death instead. It's kind of a dark topic. I kept on coming up with this. In Georgia, a woman named Kelly Renee Jasander was the first person in Georgia, first woman in 70 years to be on death row. She's scheduled, I think it's sometime this week. Again, it's kind of a dark story, but she planned with somebody to murder her husband, and that's usually a good indicator of a marriage that's not going too well, is a murder.
What's a little murder between lovers, right?
Right. But the more interesting part about the story was her last meal, which I highlighted right here. Her last meal, she requested an extravagant one. This is my kind of meal. 2 Burger King Whoppers with cheese with everything on them, 2 large orders of fries, popcorn, cornbread, a side of buttermilk, and a salad with tomatoes, bell peppers, onions, carrots, cheese, boiled eggs, and Paul Newman buttermilk dressing. That's quite the last meal. And we've got some other.
Wait, what kind of Paul Newman dressing? Was it like ranch or Caesar?
You know, it's just Newman's. It's his own. It's Newman's own. It's Newman's own. I don't really know what I can see. We've got some other famous last meals here. John Wayne Gacy. The name sounds very familiar to many. If you want to get a close up of this, take a look right here. Look at that. I'd rather take that over anything else.
Are those Rocky Mountain oysters?
Let's see what he has.
For those who don't know what Rocky Mountain oysters are, they're fried balls, like testicles.
That's 12 fried shrimp, a bucket of original recipe KFC, French fries, and 1 pound of strawberries.
Yeah.
That's how it would sound coming out.
I feel my arteries clogging just thinking about it.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much what I was.
Wait, you said she was from Georgia. Do you mean like the country or like the state in the United States?
The state in the United States.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Death row, huh? Yeah. You know, I don't even know what I would pick for my last meal if I was in death row. Probably like Taco Bell or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. Not my favorite.
Something it's
personally. Yeah, that's. What'd you get for us this week?
Well, as you may know, we are not the best of friends with North Korea, the northern of the 2 Koreas.
Yeah, last time I heard that's.
And they have recently fired 5 short-range missiles into the sea off its east coast Sunday. Yeah, it's not good, and it's really making tensions a lot worse in Southern Korea, or South Korea, as they say over there. And, you know, the brink of World War III, nuclear Armageddon, I mean, it's coming up. Maybe. I mean,
can we call it at this point?
It's hard to say. The atomic clock is ticking, and all signs point to maybe.
I could see it. I don't know. I just know that North Korea, that's its own situation, you know. It's just not hard. It's hard to deal with anybody like that. You know, there's so much restriction on freedom. Most countries you have some, like, compassion for, but not. It's hard to find it for North Korea, you know.
Well said. I don't like to pick enemies, but I'm scared. For not just for my life, but for everyone's lives. Because you know how it is with nukes. You have one, and then there's another one. Someone else looks and says, "Hey, I've got nukes too. I got to show you mine. Show yours." It becomes a pissing contest of bombs, and you can't have that.
Yeah. Well said.
Thank you.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, as you know, in 2013, North Korea did put off some nuclear weapons as well. So, to end things off on a light note, what is South Korea's favorite genre of music?
What is it?
Soul.
Dang. Woo!
That
was good.
It's my like third best joke of all time. Moving on. So, we have some videos of the week procured from the greatest products of the internet. So prepare yourself for some lovable animals, some really bad acting, and a near-death experience. Videos of the week.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Best day I ever had.
Oh, she's so sweet.
She is.
No.
I love you. I love you. Oh, we laughing at you. I love you. "祝你生日快乐，祝你生日快乐，祝你生日快乐，祝你生日快乐。萝莉，生日快乐啊！宝贝啊，生日快乐！小仔仔呀，你头干嘛转过去呀？看不到脸脸的啦！生日快乐哦，萝莉！"
Congratulations, you chefs and yourself. The Congressional Medal of Death.
Who are you?
I'm the cook.
Well, so those were the videos of the week. Luke, what'd you think?
I was very entertained. I liked the Claremont Avenue. That was very familiar to me, of course. Looked just like. You can see Eau Claire right there.
Yeah, I mean, minus right now some snow, but yeah, of course. I think we're just going to put dash cams on my dashboard. You never know.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, so we are going to go to a quick commercial break, and when we come back, the legendary Brad Pitt will be on air. I can hardly contain myself.
Woo! I'm excited.
I'm getting hot. I'm ready. I feel
It's
good.
always hot in here, so.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually hot. Like, somebody should get a fan going, I think.
Yeah, because, well, we have plenty of fans, but none blowing right now.
That could have a double meaning, but we're not even going to go there.
All right, well, with that, I'll let you ponder that double entendre. See you after the break.
Hey, did you hear about what happened in Davies yesterday?
No, what happened?
Well, the Chancellor was kidnapped.
What?
Yeah, by this gang of aliens with lizard faces and laser guns that were shaped like bananas. They asked to be taken to our leader, and, well, there he was in Davies.
Hold on. Where did you get this so-called news from?
Well, this guy sitting next to me in chem class. He's this really radical dude that wears these dark sunglasses and this t-shirt that says, "I want to believe."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that whole kidnapping thing didn't happen. And I'm not so sure your friend is the best news source for you.
Okay then. Well, since you're obviously such an expert in journalism, maybe you can tell me where to find so-called accurate campus news.
Actually, there is one news source that is accurate, in-depth, and entertaining. It's called Blue Gold News Now. You can see it on TV 10 at 6:30 on Thursdays. Let's watch.
All right, Eau Claire, welcome Brad Pitt.
Hey guys.
So good to have you, Brad.
Thanks.
How's it going, Brad?
Good. Glad to be here. Wow. Very nice setup you got here.
Thank you. Yeah, probably better than most movies.
Yeah, this isn't as good as Letterman or Kimmel or Conan or Leno. But it's up there.
That's
It's up there. It's top 50.
I figured you haven't had some work in a while, so probably. Yeah.
I've been busy. Angelina or whatever her name is. We got like 15 kids now, so I keep busy.
Yeah. I don't I'm just saying you can't really adopt more kids if you ever have problems. And what's up with the names? They sound like prescription drugs. Like Maddox, Zax, Zahara. Did you just take a scramble? Did you take a Scrabble bag and just shove it out? Is that
Actually, I'm 5/8 Cherokee. So what we did was we went on a vision quest to determine the name. And I wanted Zeno, but Zeno didn't get voted. We got some other ones in there, some good ones. But I told her when we were getting married, no, we're not having any kids. Now we have
You'll probably adopt a few.
Now
more.
we have a whole bunch. I don't even know all of them.
Forget them, get them mixed up.
Yeah.
So, Brad, can I call you Bradley?
No.
Okay. Brad, I noticed that you got a haircut and also you shaved just for Handful of Handsome. Do you want to shed a little light on that, on your lack of hirsuteness?
Well, actually, I don't shave. I have butlers and servants who do that, because I'm super rich and whatever. But
gotta shave a little time.
I thought you were prettier with long hair. That's just my opinion. But
yeah. But then I kind of look at that homeless guy look, and I'm not homeless, so I don't want to give off that vibe. If hey, who's that homeless guy? And I'm like, I'm Brad Pitt. I'm Brad Pitt. You might know me from movies.
Yeah.
Fighting Club and what was that one? Big Boys Day Out? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, I was rooting against you in the Fight Club, and you starred in 12 Years a Slave, right?
I did.
Yeah,
I
well-
did. I was drunk the whole time. Don't remember it, but I heard it's pretty good.
Yeah, I
so.
hear that's
What
your.
do you think? What do you think? It's pretty good.
I feel like your career makes it more like 25 Years a Slave.
Well, I think we should just take a step back here and just agree that at least I'm not Matt Damon, right? Because that would
That guy
that
was a
would
wreck.
really suck.
That was
a
the
wreck.
That was the low point of our show, is having Matt Damon on.
Yeah.
It's only up from here, I feel like.
Yeah.
So Brad, how do you feel you compare to the other Bradleys in Hollywood? Bradley Cooper, Brad Garrett.
I'm not. Bradley Cooper's a good friend of mine. We hang out, have barbecues.
You call him Coop?
I don't call him Coop, but
Cooper's Cooper.
But Brad Roberts, that guy's way more famous than I'll ever be. He knows the legend himself, Raymond. Can't compare with that. And he's got a voice of Darth Vader.
Brad Garrett.
Brad Garrett.
Brad Garrett. Yeah.
Brad Garrett.
Messing up again.
Yeah. Brad Garrett. He has the voice of an angel. Like an angel from hell. Granted, but I like it. Nice voice. Yeah.
So speaking of angels, I've heard you're in some kind of religious kind of thing. I keep hearing about like angel and something. Like what is the angel in? Angel and a Joe? Do you know?
Angelina, my wife.
Yeah. Speaking of that, how does
Well, I feel like a jackass.
Yeah, that's my wife, bro, and she's taken. Now we're in the ring right now.
She's taken, but it's not her first time around the block.
Neither is it mine.
How does it feel to get the sloppy seconds of Billy Bob Thornton? That's my.
And
that's
then
my first.
I answer your question with a question.
All right.
How does it feel to not ever bang Jennifer Aniston?
I'm just gonna leave right now.
Because that's some, it got steamy there.
Yeah,
it got steamy for a little while.
Funny how that goes. I heard that didn't work out actually.
Yeah, she's into some really 50 Shades of Grey stuff, and I was just like, Jen, you're cool, but no.
My favorite movie of yours was Benjamin Button, but I had kind of wished that you would disappear in real life, like you did in the movie.
Well, I'd die in a couple movies, Fight Club. I'd die.
That seems like a real inner battle.
You
if
didn't
you know
exist. I could have played that.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of your works, we actually procured a clip from some of your earlier work. Actually, I think it might be some of your best work.
Oh.
Definitely.
So, if we could get a showing of that early clip. So, do you like Pringles?
It's hard to remember. That was just so long ago. That was about
Millions.
almost a million years ago. It feels like, but I remember it like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
And, I like Pringles. More of a Doritos guy myself. Cause I like
You're loco for Doritos.
I don't get me started on Taco Bell. All right, we don't cook at our house. We just get Taco Bell every night. Yeah. So
that's my kind of celebrity, man.
I go crazy loco for those loco crazy tacos.
I like the swimsuits in that commercial. They really feel like they're just like splitting their legs, like they're gonna like fly off at it.
Yeah, and I got a little bit more chest hair, now than when that video was taped. Because I look like a little 12-year-old boy in most of that, and I probably was. That's when I was a youngin'. I was a young buck.
I thought you were around 15 and a half, but that's just, I'm not too good with age.
You think you know me more than I know me?
Yes.
Well, I know that you know.
I read the tabs.
Well, you know what I know? I know that you know that you think you know me better than I know me, but that's only what you think.
This is like Fight Club. He's mentoring.
And I know.
He doesn't even teach me how to make soap right now. Gosh.
Yeah.
Fight Club.
Yeah.
I think we spoiled the movie a couple times during this period of time.
Well, if you haven't seen it yet, you're not going to watch it because everyone
just
knows. Yeah. If you haven't watched Fight Club yet, you might as well just take a trip over to the cliff over there and
Yeah.
Or the pit.
The Brad Pitt.
The pit.
Yeah.
We
All right.
hoped you would do that. But
Well, it's been wonderful having you on. Much better than Matt Damon. Way better than Matt Damon.
Thank you. I mean, it's really not hard to be better than Matt Damon.
you can say that again.
So, thank you so much. We're going to do a quick commercial break. And when we get back, Kingsmen, Secret Service.
Got one! And another one! This is easy. And another one! Oh, what the? Got it! So much for their credit.
What?
Welcome back. We're here with Clay Davis, and this is Real Talk.
It's about to get real.
Can I see an intro?
Intro.
This is the hour. Right around 41. All right. So today's movie is Kingsman, The Secret Service. We're going to watch the trailer, and then we're going to talk to you about it. So, trailer time.
I'm offering you the opportunity to become a Kingsman.
Like a spy.
Of sorts.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's a bit much, isn't it?
Sorry about that. Needed to let off a little steam.
Son of a bitch!
Kingsman, The Secret Service. Rated R.
All right. Clay, so you did the dutiful task of going out and watching this movie. What did you think?
I'll start off by saying it was a lot better than the last one I went to see.
And for those of you who didn't see last time, he went and saw 50 Shades of Grey. I'm so sorry.
That was
for
my
you.
first one on here, and I'm somewhat proud. But anyway, Kingsman, The Secret Service. It's based off a comic book, like what isn't these days,
really?
by some guy named Mark Millar, and it's basically about like a whole organization full of James Bonds, and it is badass. Like
That's what the trailer said.
It looked-
you can actually trust the trailer.
It looked
for
like a
change.
ton of action.
For
Is that accurate?
It has quite a bit. It has quite a bit of action. Like maybe not as much as you might expect, but like when they do show it, it's really good. Like they do not hold back. It is gory. It is like offensive, and it is brutal, and it is so awesome. Like it is just really impressive. Like these guys are all like they're all a bunch of gentlemen. They're all British, and I mean the lead guy is Colin Firth. Like if you don't know, like Colin Firth's like a staple in rom-coms, and like he's like the king in the King's Speech and all that, and you know he's kind of like a somewhat funny guy, like a little bit pudgy, like not someone you would expect to like, you know, probably walk outside and probably get like a splinter or something. He destroys everything in his path. Like the guy if he sees like trouble going on, he'll just go like engage ass-kicking mode. And it's really unexpected, but it's really great and really
So it's kind of a different role for
it is.
him than he's saying.
He does really good. And one thing that I really liked about this one is Matthew Vaughn, he's a director I'm not too familiar with, but he did X-Men First Class. He has a really good eye for action. Like most movies these days, definitely. You just take like a camera instead of like showing choreography. They're just like shake it, and so no one sees anything. Mm-hmm. There's a little bit of that in this one, but you can see what's going on. It's all highly stylized, and it looks really good, and you can see pretty much everything for the most part, even though it's really fast and like a little shaky, but it's really well done. You got Colin Firth, you got like Samuel L. Jackson is the villain. He does a really good job.
Oh, he's a villain. I didn't know that. I just saw him in the trailer, and I like Samuel Jackson.
Oh, me too. Like, imagine Nick Fury from like the Marvel movies, but like the exact opposite. Like, he's like a total nerd, and he speaks with a lisp, and he's kind of a douche. Like, sometimes a little bit less of a douche than Nick Fury, but he's like a classic James Bond villain, but kind of a dork. And he's got like this henchman who's this woman whose feet are all chopped off, but she's got like these prosthetics that have blades on them, so she basically slices people in half with them.
That sounds hardcore.
That would be helpful in the kitchen, I would think. Just take some like...
Or mowing the lawn, you could just kind of...
yeah.
The source material sounds good too. Mark Millar, I think that's how you say it, he did an excellent Batman comic. I can't recall the title, but it was hardcore and brutal, So I guess I'd be interested in seeing the comic. So I guess could you describe the plot a little bit for us? Not to spoil or anything, but just the basics.
Interestingly enough, it starts out exactly like Star Trek, like the J.J. Abrams one. You got like this guy who like the Secret Service men. They're on a mission. One of them dies, and then his young son, who grows up to be a troublemaker, he kind of gets inducted into the service. Like, it's starting to sound familiar, and a mentor who wants to channel his skills, because he's obviously really smart and really talented, despite the fact that he's pretty much a felon. And it's kind of cliche, but then it just kind of starts understanding that it is cliche, and then it's awesome.
Oh, that's good. You gotta embrace a movie that really acknowledges.
This movie starts out with Dire Straits. That is the opening song. It just gets better from there.
Awesome. Cool. So, what would you say is your final verdict? Unless you have any other things you'd like to add.
I do have one thing to add, but I'll give it after the rating. It is... Kingsmen, the Secret Service, it is fun, it is badass. There's some weird mood whiplash that goes on at times. Like, it starts being really funny, and then there's like one part during the climax where it cuts back, like one scene that keeps coming back to that. It looks like it comes out of a horror movie, but other than that, it's just fun. It's a great throwback to Bond films, and I love it. I give it like 2 cufflinks up, and I don't have any cufflinks.
2 cufflinks up. There you go. I like that.
One last thing. I imagine that you two aren't fans of the Westboro Baptist Church, right?
No, they're a little too...
I'm actually the head. Since that guy died, I haven't interviewed him now, but proceed.
Well, if you don't like the Westboro Baptist Church, as I and most sane human beings don't, they have this like stand-in, which is basically the same thing with the serial numbers filed off in this movie. In one scene, the most satisfying thing that you can possibly do with a Westboro Church stand-in possible. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it is awesome and satisfying and quite gory.
Excellent. Well, you heard it from Clay, folks. Kingdom Secret Service is a great action movie that can satisfy anyone with the need for action. So that wraps up our show. We had a great show this week, and next week will be just as great. We hope to see you on, and
6:30 on Wednesday. We should be back to our normal. We had to move around a little for sports, but
that's right. We know there's a lot of sporting events. Expect to have an odd show, but other than that, thank you so much. Have a great night, and love yourself.